Hello everybody and welcome to Letterbox Book Club. I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Claire.
And welcome to the first episode of 2023.
Yay!
We thought we'd ease back into it a little bit, not dump a big heavy book on all of you straight away, and we're going to do a bit of a 2022 wrap.
I feel like ever since Spotify Wrapped done its thing, like every application ever known to man or people make their own like spoof raps, and I just love it. And so of course we're going to do the same.
Yeah, I think we also did speak about it and then just never followed through.
Yeah, I think we change our minds in the moment a lot. We're like, oh, do we want to do this? We can do it this day, and then it's like, not feeling it, so we'll scrap the idea, and then it's like, you know what, we should do a wrap, and so we're doing it now. 2022 wrap. So Kenzie has been an angel and compiled the list of questions, and like it's a lot of common questions you find a lot on Book Talk as well these days, because everyone's like, this is my top 5 books of 2022, this is what I hope to read in 2023, etc. So we're just getting a ball of it in this potty episode.
Yes. Alright, so kicking us off, what was your favourite read of 2022? Also, keep in mind that, like, I couldn't pick just one for a lot of these things, so I've done, like, multiple answers.
So, what I was going to say was I'm just going to quickly whip through our, like, catalogue so far, so if anyone has not read any of the books and they choose to, like, skip, feel free. But, what we've covered, and, like, spoilers and stuff might be mentioned, but, like, whatever. So we've got ACOTAR, we've got a Throne of Glass series, we have a plethora of Colleen Hoover books. It Ends With Us, Ugly Love, November 9, Verity. I'm sure there's something else. The Love Hypothesis, Song of Achilles, They Both Die at the End, One Last Stop, Red, White and Royal Blue. I was going to say Royal Blue. Reminders of Him, You've Reached Sam, Assassin's Blade, Crescent City 1 and 2, Dance of Thieves, Duology, Good Girl Complex, House of Night series, It Starts With Us, the bonus chapter to Verity, and What Light, Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, and Let Us Know, but I highly doubt the Christmas specials have made any sort of cut in our answers. So, but with that, my favourite reads of 2022 was the Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves duology. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like, even though I was a doofus and a dum-dum for, like, not realising it was already part of, like, an established world chronicle series. So, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Also, we haven't told each other our answers yet, so this is fun for everyone.
Oh, yes. You get live reactions. Alrighty, what about you, Kenzie?
My favourite reads, I have Red, White and Royal Blue.
Okay.
November 9th. Crescent City.
Just as an escape in general.
As a series, yeah. And Vow of Thieves.
Oh, yes.
Specifically Vow of Thieves.
Yeah. Vow of Thieves was just so good because...
I just loved the dual POV.
Yeah. And I liked... everyone has different perspectives. Like, it would be very easy for the author to have just, like, made it easy for, like, the Ballingers to forgive Cassie for taking Jace away, but, like, that's the last thing they saw of him before shit hit the fan, so they had every right to, like, do what they did to her out of, like, a self-defense type of thing.
And so I love like... the Where Is My Wife vibe.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm sure Throne of Glass and Rowan and Aelin are going to have honourable mentions throughout all this as well, but...
Well, this is the thing. So I haven't included ACOTAR or Throne of Glass.
Okay.
Because I think they are a beast unto themselves.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But also, technically, I read them in...
I know, I mean, like...
Yeah.
But, like... I know, but, like, I added it to last year.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were, like, a podcast or, like...
I mean...
Yeah.
I think technically my first book that I read last year... It's weird saying last year now.
Yeah.
In January of 2022 was Empire of Storms. So, like, that gives a gauge. But, like, honourable mentions, perhaps. Yeah. So what was your least favourite read of 2022?
Guess.
Oh, House of Night. Same.
So I have 2. Yeah, I have House of Night and...
Good Girl Complex.
Yeah.
I forgot to add that to my list.
Is that the same as yours?
Yeah, pretty much. But then I added, like, if I remember it, like, correctly... Reminders of Him, like, I don't know if I, like, looking back now, I don't think I, like, enjoyed it that much. I don't know. Because, like, it's the discourse of her feeling sorry for herself because of the car accident.
That's
but it's like, you drove under the influence. Like, it is your fault.
Nearly made my top read.
Yeah, no, oops. I suppose we like it and we enjoy and dislike different aspects, so it doesn't really matter.
All right, so what Book Talk book were you expecting more from?
I like this game. What do you think I picked?
It Starts With Us?
Yes. I love this. Just because it's just an extended epilogue and Ellen came back and she's cancelled.
Yes, and I think, in the podcast episode that we covered it on, I enjoyed the book, but it felt very happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
And
it didn't have the grunt of like, it ends with us because, you know, Ryle is
there
abusive.
were no stakes. Yeah.
And sure, there were moments, but like, if you're going to hit her, you've already established he hits her, hit her again.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
But yeah, no, that's so funny. We know each other so well. To be fair, we have a very limited catalogue, so it's very easy to guess. If you can erase any book from your memory because it was... Ooh, sorry. If you could read any book from 2022 again for the first time, what book would it be?
This is probably unexpected.
Okay.
But The Love Hypothesis.
Oh, nice. See, I was tossing up between that. I don't know why.
I enjoyed it a lot, and I think it was a book. It didn't rely on the smart.
No, it didn't.
Like
no.
I think that there were a lot of things that I did like I had qualms with in the episode, and I think as well I said that you could have removed all the science from it and just made it like a different thing, and it would have been the same story. But I just think it was like a nice book to sit on the couch with a hot drink and enjoy.
I'm sure that's what you did exactly.
I did, yeah.
And I think because we know it's a fan fiction as well, like you could have fun pointing out like the inspiration and like what characters would relate to who from like the Star Wars kind of series or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's fun in that sense. And it kind of covers a real issue of like the stereotypical women in STEM, they just sleep their way to the top and highlights that issue. And yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah, what about you?
I did One Last Stop.
Oh.
I think it was such a cute fucking book. I really loved it. And even though the science, like, logistically, doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense to me. Like, I had a hard time wrapping my head around it. Yeah. But, like, in its pure essence, it's just so fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's a nice little love story. And then I also wrote Song of Achilles because I wish I was more into, like, maybe if I took my time with it a bit more, maybe even though it was a small book, I kind of rushed myself.
Yeah, same. And I see so many TikToks about it and people like raving about it. I'm like, I enjoyed it, but I just wasn't that into it.
And and I think it's just because the lack of Greek mythology interest throughout my whole life, I guess, it made me struggle through it a little bit. But yeah, I probably would have loved to give that another crack.
If you could erase any book from memory because it was so bad, what book would it be?
I wonder. Kenzie, have a guess.
Good Girl Complex?
Yes.
Do you have any other?
Yeah, I have one more.
Yep.
But it's just like, all right, the House of Night finale, so redeemed.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Just because we deserved a better ending.
Yeah, true.
That's all.
So I also have Good Girl Complex.
Yes.
But I also, we didn't do it on the podcast because I said, this is so bad, we shouldn't do it. I wish I had said that about House of Night.
But we wanted to read it.
Yeah, I had All Your Perfects as well.
Oh, yeah. See, I have that book and I haven't opened it yet. Yeah. So yeah, what about All Your Perfects? You can. It's a safe space. Feel free to like just.
I don't think I can succinctly like talk about it like without going into everything about it. But the story was very stale, and how it started like is kind of how it ended, and it just. There
was no like kind of progression or like no. I suppose no satisfying.
Yeah, and there was no really satisfying end.
Yep.
It just kind of ended. I was like, oh, okay. And it was a slog to get through. There's a lot going on, yeah.
I think I see some posts where like people really do enjoy like All Your Perfects. I want to say prefix, but I know it's not correct. Ugh. It annoys me. Did you DNF any books this year or last year? If so, which ones?
Yes, I wrote House of Night number 3000 because I can't remember what book it was. But
I think it was
the one with the white bulls.
It was Hunted, I think.
Hunted, yeah.
Yeah, it's with the bulls.
Yeah.
It was funny because it's the most exciting, even though it was like a stupid storyline or whatever, but like it was just such a fun scene.
I just think, I was so over it.
Oh yeah, aren't you traumatized with your bull movie?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Someone favorited it on TikTok. I'm like, that's such a weird thing to like. Maybe they're one of your ex-bullies and they're like, I remember this.
They're like, haha, I'm glad that I did that to her. What about you?
No, I have not DNF'd anything as of yet.
Claire's a good girl.
Yes. Like, if I really did not want to finish a book, you would know about it. But like right now, I just want to finish it. You know.
Yeah.
I describe it as like I don't want to develop a bad habit, but if you don't enjoy it, then you stop doing what you don't enjoy. You know, ultimately. Yeah, which is a fair statement throughout life. If it doesn't spark joy, give you joy, just cease it.
Who is your favourite character from 2022?
Okay, so I have Nate Hawkins.
Way.
Coming soon, Icebreaker, coming soon. He's just a sweetheart. Yeah. We love him. We stand. Lysandra from Throne Glass, of course, because she's just the boss ass bitch, and like she carried like Aelin. She's her like number one. If she could like have the blood oath to Aelin, like she should have had it. And then just like Rowan and Aelin, just because the top shit. I don't know.
Yeah, nice.
And yeah, that's pretty much it, I'd say.
I had Julie from You Coach Sam.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, the poor girl.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think just because the way, also because the episode I had COVID and it's really funny and my voice is atrocious. But because of the way like she deals with her grief and how she is as a teenager and like what expectations she's putting on herself versus like what other people are putting on her and stuff.
Yeah, because that poor girl was shouldering a lot of shit unnecessarily for like a 17-year-old too.
Yeah.
And it's like, I remember, I think towards the end where it's like, I think Sam's little brother was like, you don't see us anymore, but it's like, it's
like,
not my job.
Died as well. Yeah,
it's like, I'm just the girlfriend, relax.
Yeah.
Although it depends, like, I wouldn't put that much pressure on a 17-year-old, to be honest. But no, that's cool. Least favourite characters from the books we've read in 2022.
Jeremy from
yes, of course, obvious reasons.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if it was more like least favourite characters, like the more villainized type of people, but like, I get that.
I think, just in general.
Yeah, Jeremy he's technically killed 2 people now.
Yeah, he's a serial killer.
He's a killer, yes. Anyone else?
No.
Just Jeremy.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I said Ben from November 9 because he's a fuckwit. I hate him. I just hate his superiority complex and the fact it's like he...
Everything wrong in what's her name's life.
Yeah. Oh, what's her name? I forget. Fallon's
right.
life. Yeah,
because
like,
of him.
And then he's just like weaseled his way in to try and like fix it and make her fall in love with him and like.
Yeah.
And he's giving her homework on how to be self-confident. It's like, you took that away from her, buddy. Fuck you. Anyway, I said Kendall from Reminders of Him only because like she technically was under the influence. Like, you know, she and like wasn't
That's
he
your least favourite character?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Wow.
I don't know. Like, and didn't he I forget the guy's name that died. Wasn't he like crawling or whatever? He was alive for a little bit and she just left him.
Yeah.
Asshole. And shock and trauma, I suppose, at the end of the day. But and my least favorite character of all time is Lorcan. He has to have an honorable mention. He betrayed Aelin. Unforgivable. I don't give a shit.
I agree. Yes.
Alrighty. Any unhinged theory you've heard about? I suppose any books that have like potential sequences or multiverse aspects.
Unhinged one I think that I've heard that I just can't wrap my head around is that Rhys is Maeve's brother or son or just related in any way.
Yeah, I get that.
Which I don't understand. Like, I think that maybe he has Valg in him, yes, but I don't think he's like that evil. Or even just like the Rhys is evil theory.
Yeah, like he turned down the whole High King opportunity.
Yeah,
like that boy does not want to like rule the world.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like some people just read too far into things.
Yeah, I know, it's too deep to make a connection. And maybe just because Throne of Glass and Akatar have all those like similar character descriptions. But honestly, like there are no other like, you know, like blue black hair or color options. Like there's no other color schemes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're the coolest color schemes, and of course you're gonna use it for like your coolest people.
Yeah, and I think also because the multiverse is coming, or the multiverse is here, it's like you can't have every theory be correct, or you can't go down every single path you want to explore.
You have to be wrong, unfortunately. I hope, just like as a curveball, no one's related to nobody, and it's just like a whole color scheme thing.
Yeah.
Because like Rune has that bad boy, you know, blue black hair, purple eye type of vibe, and then that's Rhys as well, and then that could be someone else in Throne of Glass. Like there are only so many cool fantasy color schemes you can go along with.
What about you?
Anything kind of related to like Verity or even like Crew, just like it always just, I don't know, just as far-fetched as the Crescent City stuff, just because again we don't know, and we don't know if there's going to be another book. But it's good that like it brings up discussion, especially in terms of letter versus manuscript and stuff. But like it's hard not knowing.
Yeah.
And again, just with like anything kind of Akatar related, it's like this is for this, this, and this, and it's like we don't know, dude. At the end of the day.
And also, like, I think we've had this conversation. Like, I am reading to enjoy. I'm not singling in on every single little detail that I get about something.
Was that a creak or a cry?
It was a creak. I thought it was a cry, but it was a creak.
It's like the final tone. I was like, oh.
Yeah, like I'm not looking in on every little detail and trying to be like, well, this was here and this is mentioned here.
Yeah.
I think that Sarah J, did a good job of like dropping the Easter eggs of like the book titles and stuff. It's like, oh, there's something.
Imagine that's the only thing that connects
and like,
everything.
That's intentional. Like some things like can just be accidents.
Yeah. I think I saw a theory about how I think because Adis is like it takes the manifestation or form as a cat, and like apparently like there's been like a sprinkle of like a cat description in like a Court of Silver Flames and stuff, and it's like that's related, but like if it was that related, like the cat would have a more occurrence.
I'm just gonna shut that door.
Yeah, okay, cool. It sounds a bit creepy. Yeah. Recently, I keep getting a lot of like I think the Spatula Girl, we've dubbed her, the Akatar / Throne of Glass / Crescent City lady, and there's like an Australian or maybe New Zealand lady in particular. She's quite up there. Like I get her a lot.
I can't listen to her either.
Why is that? Just because of the sanctimonious attitude?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's discouraging with those.
Yeah,
it's like
I'm better than you because I figured this all out, and it's like
low key. I hope you're wrong.
And it's also like get a job.
Jesus Christ. Like there's nothing wrong with like I don't know being at home, being like perhaps a stay-at-home parent or whatever, or a student who's studying and who has nothing else kind of to do. Like that's fine. Yeah. But yeah, it's just I get so intimidated when I see all their tabs. It's like, oh my god. I'm trying to think of like I don't know. There's a lot, but the thing with all the like Akatar, Crescent City, Throne of Glass theories is like there's just a lot of discourse about it in general because it's like Azriel and oh fuck, what's her name? I forget.
Queen?
No.
Elaine.
Crescent City.
Bryce,
yes.
Amaze.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Amaze. And it's like people who get so upset by it.
Yeah.
And it's just in general, Azriel's characterization in Silver Flames seems out of sorts. Yeah. But like, I guess we don't really know him that well. Ultimately, at the end of the day, Ghostwriter. Oh yeah. But like that's fine. The Ghostwriter's getting their bag. Sarah J. Maas is like pumping out her books. Yeah. It's fine. In February, it'll be like a year since not a Court of Silver Flames. No, House of Sky and Breath. Just about.
It will.
I remember I bought it. Oh yeah, and then I remember in March last year I bullied you into reading it, and then you finished it before me.
You bullied me into reading it, yeah, and then I finished it in a weekend.
I was away, and I had a little bit of time, and I was like, I'm gonna smash some of it out, and I did not touch it at all. It's the way it be sometimes. I remember
sending you also when the second one came out as well. And sending you videos of my reactions to the last chapter. Yeah, no.
You watched me read it in like full time. I was like tearing up, bro. I was like, alrighty. I think we're done with our like little bitch about Akatar, Sarah J. Maas world, Sarah J. Maas cinematic universe. You wrote this question to annoy me because you know how we feel about shifting private conversations.
I had just seen someone like in tears. Like it just came back from 8 months.
I scrolled straight away when I saw like the text writing. So Kenzie wrote, if you could shift to any book from 2022, which would it be?
I said Crescent City or Icebreaker.
I said Crescent City as well, just because take away like all the murders.
Yeah, so
and take away like the Asteria.
Yeah, I don't necessarily mean like the story. Yeah. I mean like the universe.
If you don't want the trauma, just don't write it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm thinking of like the magic, but also like Starbucks.
It's just like the urban fantasy. Like the people that have magic abilities, but they still have technology and phones. Like it's just so cool. Urban fantasy vibes. Yeah. But take away the Asteria being in charge for the time being. Like it would be a fun place. Yeah. And then Icebreaker, just because like skating in college and like it seems like a fun time. Again, I feel like just that book in general. Like we're gonna talk about it later, but like. Yeah, it's just so well rounded, and I just respect it and love it. I agree. Yeah, I like that. I agree with that with you. What did you have? Just Crescent City? Yeah, just Crescent City. Just because the urban fantasy vibe, as I've written down, but just off maybe in like say a modern kind of book. Let me just quickly look through what type of world. Maybe even not the Witchy Wed world, maybe because like it's not that serious. I forgot about not the Witchy Wed. I think I forgot to. I think I scrolled past it as I was doing a like declaration of this is what we've read. But yeah, that world, that'd be cool too. Again, without all the politics and the intricate details, I guess. Like it'd be a cool world. It seems like a very like low stake environment as well. Like you just do your jobs, you work at the community center, fun times. Okay. What is your
most anticipated read of 2023?
All right, I wrote the From Blood and Ash series because we are currently in the process of reading and recording, and it's an interesting ride, so stay tuned.
Yes.
I have a couple more written down.
Okay.
The Bonds That Tie series, it's like the Bond or whatever it's called, and it's by an Australian author, Aussie supporting Aussies.
Nice.
We love to see it, and plus it's a big bastard of a series so far, and I heard it's good. It's like 6 books.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
I mean, yeah, it's a big series in my eyes. And then Hooked and Scarred.
Yeah.
Is it by Emily Henry?
I think so. That sounds familiar.
It sounds very familiar, but I'm very keen for that because, like, Peter Pan retelling, which I don't know, like, I was never really into Peter Pan as, like, movie or Disney movie. Like, it wasn't, like, my favourite thing in the world, but, like, the concept of, like, being taken away to a fantastical land, like, you know, rule the world and all that. And just, I love the idea of, like, a Lion King retelling as well.
Do you want me to tell your story?
Oh, okay. Hello.
When I was a little person,
Child,
I had an imaginary friend, and my imaginary friend was Peter Pan because I wanted him to take me to Neverland.
But no, yeah, I get it. Like, but I see on TikTok as well, like the live action movie. It's like from the music, it's like a that kind of sound or whatever. That music intro.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it was really cool.
About,
yeah, like people froth over it.
Yeah.
I love the hearing, like I think it's like the Grimm Brother tales, like the proper like interpretations of like Peter Pan and how he's like initially evil and he's like stealing children. And
he's stealing children, yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Okay.
Without the informed consent, I guess. Without the informed knowledge. What about
but
you?
Also, like, because he's also a child, so...
Yeah, apparently, and like Captain Hook is meant to be like the savior, but he's the villain and all that type of stuff. That's really cool. What are your most anticipated reads of 2023?
I have one.
Oh, I'm scared. Is it From Blood and Ash?
No, because I've read it.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm scared.
Per our earlier conversation.
Oh no.
Ice Planet Barbarians.
See, I was tossing that up to write that down.
Just because I feel like we were like, we're never gonna do this, but now we're like, okay, we have to do it.
I swear it was a meme book, but then everyone loves it.
Yes, and then also because we were just having this conversation pre-potty, how people are like, oh, I don't know how to picture like the Ice Planet Barbarian, and everyone's like, just picture Jake Sully from Avatar.
Yep.
And I am in my Avatar rabbit hole currently, and I'm enjoying it. So,
but yeah, I think because what brought that on is with the whole like not being able to picture the alien. I think again, I was like watching a live with these like book Taco people. I don't know if it was on the potty talk or it was like my personal one, but like they were just talking about like getting into like Monster Smart and all that type of stuff. It was a very interesting conversation, and it was like, well, I can't picture a monster a certain way or whatever, how it's described, and they're like, oh, just like you just find a way to do it.
I'm a little bit concerned about the pipeline of Ice Planet Barbarians to like octopus monster porn. Like, so
I feel like I draw the line anything other than humanoid.
Yeah.
Like it has to be humanoid.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, and any sea creature just
Yep. We're moving on. Exposing ourselves.
Okay. What is a book that you want to read that like you're looking forward to reading in 2023, but you're not like rushing, you're not going out of your way to get it and read it?
In terms, not really getting a read it. Some of these I probably already have, but Priory of the Orange Tree.
Yes.
By I think Shannon Shannon. I'm sorry, off the top of my head, I don't know. Because there's a sequel book as well now. And
yes,
that's a big bastard of a book as well. So we're going to have to get on that. Ledge by Stacey, I think it's McEwen. I don't know if that's her last name. Aussie TikTok, renowned TikToker author now. So that'd be fun. It came out last year. I also have the Plated Prisoner series because also like I think the 4th book came out last year and there was a lot of hype around it as well. So like a Midas retelling, which again I'm not really into the mythology, but I do like that sort of vibe. And then lastly, I have The King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett Sinclair. It's another vampire book, so that'd be cool. And I think another sequel for that came out last year.
Oh, fun.
Or it's on the way.
These authors are just popping books out.
But yeah. What about you?
I have The Zodiac Academy.
Oh no.
Just because,
I'm scared.
Yeah, I've heard so much about it, and I see so many TikToks about it, but also they're like big beast of books.
Yeah, I'm scared.
And then I've heard, I don't know if it's the first one, I think the first one's okay. But then people like, you just got to get through the second and third or something. Or like maybe it's like, you just got to get through the first 2. It's something that you just got to get through them. And I'm like, I'm scared.
I'm also scared. And like, it's like, I don't want...
I
the
also
internet
kind of
to influence my decision.
Yeah,
like,
I
a lot
also
of people
kind
are
of
saying they're not liking number 8.
yeah. I also kind of don't know anything about the plot, so like I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I
I've
don't
heard
know what to.
nothing
I don't
about
know
the
what to
plot.
go into. I'm gonna quickly add something to this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Light Lark as well,
Oh no.
just because like I want to read it because
Genuine,
I want to.
genuine interest.
Yeah, but because of all like the TikTok drama and everything going on and like the nepotism and all that kind of shit, like I don't know which side.
And
Yeah,
you're just kind of scared to like it.
yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there is like a term with like how not like influencing, but there is like a technical media term that I know of from like year 12 media, and it's like, you know, other people around you kind of influencing your decisions to enjoy things. It's like when you go see a movie, you don't tell them, oh, I just liked it for this reason, because then that's going to influence your experience. It's like, but it's hard to get away in this like social media world when you're looking for all these things kind of pop up on TikTok and stuff.
I think it's also hard as well because now she's like, oh my god, like also it takes a very long time to make films, and I know books that have film deals and they haven't been made in 15 years. So, but it's hard when she's like, oh, like I got a film deal with like the same people who made the Hunger Games and stuff, and it's like, okay. And then I think that's kind of like what the plot is, kind of like you fight on a island that only appears once every 100 years, and then like whatever, and it's like I almost feel like that niche is past,
right? Like the
YA dystopian, unless there's going to be like a resurgence of everything, which like we are kind of going that way with like Twilight and everything, and like they remade Vampire Academy and now they're remaking Fallen, so it will be interesting to see what happens. But
we're gonna have to read Fallen just in the Renaissance.
Again, I think there's like 5 or 4. The first 2 are mint. I think like the third one fucking sucks. And then the fourth one, there's like a plot twist, and you're like, oh shit.
And is it a 5th one, or is it resolved in the 4th one?
I can't remember if there's 5 or 4. So let me look it up.
Okay, yeah.
There might be like 6.
But yeah, I just want to say about Zodiac Academy, I don't know anything about it other than the fact that it's like a school environment.
Yeah.
And just a lot of people.
There's 6 books.
Okay, for Fallen. Nice. And that people are more interested in like the character relationships, I think. And it's kind of sucks when like that takes precedence over like a good plot as well. But yeah, I did say in the beginning of, you know, developing this podcast, like Zodiac Academy was like top of our like must read sort of list. But how many books is that expected to have?
A lot.
Jesus. We're definitely going to have gaps in between, like 2 books break, 2 books break.
Yeah, we learned our lesson.
Yeah, House of Night has tainted us. But yeah, let me just... And then what else did you say? For Light Lark, yeah. And I suppose just back to your point before we talked about Fallen real quick, maybe it's the fact that she's just excited that, like, you know, like... I was going to say not every book gets like a big movie deal, but like apparently that's the thing. Studios hold the rights and then they may never make it. Yeah. And then it then gets relinquished back to...
I think she's quite young. But then it's also like how... Because she is a nepotism baby, and I don't think she's really addressed that. But how... I don't want to say shit.
I don't know much about her like home life, or like how she's nepotized.
That this is like her first book or whatever, and she got it published, and like before it was even published, like apparently she got all these film deals and stuff. It's like, what about like the authors who are out there like slogging away, writing book after book, like Actor, Throne of Glass, Crescent City.
Oh yeah, they're like very
that are hugely popular, and like nothing really is coming out of it. Like Akatar kind of got a TV series last year.
Yeah.
Nothing really more has come of that.
Maybe networks and stuff are just kind of scared about like, because people like there are extreme kind of fans that will nitpick every single thing, and like it's probably going to be one of those scenarios where like it's not going to be like a win-win-win for anybody. Yeah. Like kind of like maybe even with Vampire Academy, because that could be like the ultimate test. But to be fair, they did change a lot of shit before.
They did. They kind of brought it back in the last episode. Though.
It was set before they ran away, because in the book Rose and I forget the other person. I forget her name. Lissa. Yeah, it starts off with them, you know, having run away from the academy. But like and it'd be interesting. And it's just the thing with like books and stuff and movie, TV studios. It's like the source material is right there. Yeah. How can you fuck it up? Yeah. If you have to make it a bit more PC, kind of a la House of Night, sure, do it. Get rid of the bad jokes, get rid of the bad language and dialogue, and like you'll be Gucci. Like you can make it a very interesting book. But like I don't understand. There's the arrogance of like drawing it away from its initial material.
And also like I'm a big fan of diversity, but I don't know how I stand in that like there's explicitly character descriptions in the book. Okay. And you're like, okay, I'm going to change it into a whole different person.
Yeah.
like the way they act or something, or like even they change like completely like family trees essentially, like.
Okay, I don't know. I don't think that's too important. I guess maybe so long as like I suppose it doesn't matter. So long as the characters have like the same kind of like motives or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I think everyone's scared for an ACOTAR series or TV show, or even I feel like Throne of Glass. Like we're in an era now where there's a lot of fantasy. I can't speak fantasy shows because like Witcher's out.
Yeah.
You've got
which has done really well.
Outlander's
really
good.
Well.
There was another one, Shadow and Bone. It's really good. It's like a nice fantasy magic vibes, and like even like Wednesday and stuff to a degree.
Yeah.
Like I think we're in a very fantasy based renaissance.
Yeah, I think also because
sorry, okay, the Renaissance.
Yeah, what was more historically?
That's why.
Yeah, the Renaissance.
Yeah.
I think also because of the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Like people like I just want to escape reality.
Yeah.
And I see like some TV shows that I've watched like really leaned into the pandemic side thing.
Oh, as part of
like a storyline.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like we've all just been through this. Like we don't want to watch it on our favorite TV shows. Like we want to escape. So,
I think isn't it in Glass Onion?
Yeah, sort of.
For Knives Out or whatever,
Yeah.
like they have like masks, and it's like they're picking on the character that doesn't want to wear the mask properly.
Yeah.
But I think in a way it got to highlight, you know, the bozos who don't follow the rules. Like you got to make that big statement as well, because obviously no one would listen otherwise. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, a little tangent. Love to see it. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, not rushing into, but definitely would want to cover for sure.
Yeah.
And then my contribution to this questionnaire essentially is like, do we have any podcast goals for 2023?
Would you like to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I haven't technically written anything down, but it's just like I'm torn between like having like a lot of social engagement, or a lot more than what we used to, like nothing.
Yeah.
But or if I like just want to be out there in the world, like someone could listen to us one day and then like never listen to anything ever again, but so long as they listened like one time, like I don't know, I'm like conflicted. Yeah. But like I'm more social engagement would be nice, but like yeah. But I think we're tracking quite well in terms of like statistics. And I know I don't want to look at the statistics often, but it just, you know, makes me feel good sometimes. So yeah, a few more followers would be nice. Yeah. Maybe like at least 500 on the Spotify at the end of the year could be a reasonable goal. Mm-hmm. But and then it just comes down to what are we going to do in order to achieve that, like post more TikTok content or stuff like that. But I feel like we have a good vibe going. But it's going to be a bit bland for the next couple of weeks because I don't know like what to post for TikTok. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Yes. What about you?
I have 500 followers.
You have 500 followers?
No,
as the funny. Yeah. Oh, cool. I didn't even know you wrote that down.
Yeah.
How funny.
Yeah, one of my girls have 500 followers. I've said, this is very ambitious. Sorry. I have said maybe like one advanced copy of a book.
Oh, yeah. I
which
love
also
that.
ties into like one, like, I don't know the word, didn't know what word to use, but I said like one, like communication with a large, like book.
Okay, like
publisher or something.
Correspondence?
Yes,
perhaps?
correspondence.
You just eat that microphone.
We can chew on my words.
I just saw a TikTok about an Australian actor. He was like,
I saw that.
Chew on that. Yeah. I think he was from Neighbours.
Yes,
he looks so familiar.
Yeah.
So grown up now.
I know.
He's in on Neighbours,
Ginny and Georgia, and he's in a couple of other things as well.
He was in like a sitcom type show as well, I think.
He was also in a movie that I can't remember, but
yeah, good on him. I think his name's Felix. Good on you, Felix.
Yeah.
We stand.
Aussies
supporting Aussies. But like a correspondence. Is it just to acquire an arc, as they say?
Yes, perhaps.
Last year, like everyone was like on the potty TikTok because like it's curated to all the book talk stuff. Yeah. It's like I've received my ARC or ARC, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does it mean?
I feel so dumb. But no, advanced reader copy. But yeah, that'd be cool. Or maybe even like perhaps one cheeky sponsored thing. That'd be nice. But I don't know if we're
Bilsons, if you could get back to us, please.
Bilsons, come on. Oh, that was so funny. Like
it's like don't heart react and then not do anything. Like,
as a concept, they blue balled us.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, you could just edged me. Like,
we know how you feel about edging.
Yeah, I am.
From our last conversation, don't worry about it.
I am going to Beechworth next week, so I will be rolling up, saying, "Listen here."
You need to like make a keychain or like bring a mug with you.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, you heart reacted to us. No, that was so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like a spiral moment as well, because it was all I was like obsessed with and thinking about. Like, we're gonna get sponsored.
Yeah.
But no, they were writing up the contract. No, delusional. But no, maybe sponsored thing, or like that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We'll see how far we go. Well, what do we need to do to get to that moment? Is it just write out to people, or like
I
just
think so.
like
it's just
have good
reach it.
content?
I think it's just a reach it.
I mean, at the end of the day, worst possible thing they say is no.
Yeah.
And then when you inevitably get famous and they come crawling back, you just say fuck you.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you tried. We tried, and then you said no, and so now fuck you.
Also, just relevant because your mum is being like kind of your lawyer to a different issue.
Yes.
She could probably template us a letter
Yeah.
or an email to like send out.
I can template, and then
We're gonna have to suss like what's coming out in 2023.
yeah,
Maybe we can get an arc on the new Avatar book or like Crescent City book.
Yeah.
Inevitably, that'd be
Yeah.
cool. It'd be fun. That could be the goal.
yeah, kicking goals, taking names.
But yeah, any other like goals?
That's all I had. I don't know. I don't
Maybe-
want to be too ambitious. You
Maybe
know?
like a
Maybe-
couple hundred like subscribers on YouTube to be specific.
Yeah, maybe some more. Yeah, like follower engagement.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe like 2023 is like the year of building foundations, and then 2024 is like where we hit big time.
Oh yeah, sure. Because like I'm happy to be patient.
Yeah,
like
so-
patience, you are rewarded for that type of
Yeah.
thing. I'm like, yeah, we're just starting out. It'd be cool. I don't know if it's arrogant to talk about it like this. I don't know. Like, I mean, but they're just goals. Like, it's like what we hope to achieve.
Just like to think it's like just full transparency.
Yeah.
without
Oh, that's
names.
fair. And like low key, a bit of manifestation in it too. I guess
Yeah.
if you don't say it, don't speak it. Like
Yeah.
it may never come. I'm very much into the lucky girl syndrome.
Yes.
I think that's what it's called.
Yes, I am so lucky. Everything goes my way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Honestly, but I feel like that is a good like mindset because sometimes.
This is like my mum has always said. Like when you go into a car park, like a parking lot.
You didn't have to do that. Okay.
Sorry.
Intrusive, like impulse. You had to say it. Parking lot.
So you always just think to yourself like, I'm going to find a car park, and then you do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like that. Not
Yeah.
like the confidence of pulling into the park. It was just finding
it's
a
just
park.
like you're like, I'm going to find a park in a good spot, like, and you just think that the whole way, and then you
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that could also be true, especially in like the negative thoughts, because I feel like people have more like negative thoughts more so than the positive ones.
Yeah.
Because like this is really niche to me, but like with my don't do that. All right, is it just air?
It's air.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm keeping this in just to be random.
Okay.
What is it? It's a can.
It's a can.
It's a
No, don't. I want it to be mysterious. Don't say it out loud.
it's an aerosol can. Technically,
It is an aerosol can.
what's it used for?
You
Hang
do
on.
like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. All right,
We're
that gives you
doing
inclination.
This.
Ah, that would have been so much useful for my car this
So
morning.
much useful.
I don't know, dude.
Yes.
Parking lot. Rewind. Circling back. With the whole like negative thoughts and like lucky girl thing, because like I know, because with my Tim bowling, a lot of the times I'm like, oh, I'm a good bowler sometimes, and then like I've been in a really bad bowling rut lately.
You
Like
know,
I'm
you
not
have to
I'm
say
not
you're
bowling
a
good
good
games. I know
bowler
I need to
all the
say, I
time.
need to say I'm a fucking champion.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it, I
Yeah.
guess, for this episode,
Yeah.
unless there's nothing else you really want to say,
No,
or
I
last
do- I
remaining
need to
lingering
fart.
thoughts. You need to fart, okay. This is why we're not going to get sponsored, or this is why we're not going to achieve our dreams.
Maybe I'll get
'Cause we're
sponsored
idiots.
by like those undies that like make your farts smell really nice.
Honestly, I would be down for anything, to be honest. Bottom of the
So
barrel.
I was scared if I laughed I'd fart at the same time. So I just had to let you know that it's okay. I can
Just
hold
in
it.
case it happens.
I'll hold it. It's fine.
But women aren't allowed to fart. We don't fart.
My mum again always says she always jokes and she's like, once you have a baby, you just don't fart anymore.
Fucking liar.
Yeah.
Silly goofy weed. Alright, that's it.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for like
2023, babies.
Yeah, it's gonna be our year,
Yeah.
no matter.
It will be our year, no matter
It
what.
will be our year, no matter
It
what.
is
We'll
our
see
year,
how we
yeah.
go. Oh, see, but when you say things like, "Oh, we'll see how we go," like, what does that? Does that impact the lucky thing?
This is our year.
All right,
Full stop.
we're gonna fucking smash it.
Yes,
We have
are.
good ass fucking content lined up.
Yeah.
I am super excited for it.
Yes,
And as we said, from Blood and Ash coming soon.
we will rise.
We will rise. Okay.
We have risen.
Yeah. Like a phoenix from the ashes.
Yes.
And
Dumbledore.
where did that come from? I know it's from the top, but then it's like, what compelled you to say that?
As his phoenix that rises from the ashes.
No, that. Good start.
Anyway, circling back.
Thanks for listening.
The end.
Just cut.
Not even
No.
fade to black, just like cut.
Yeah, just like, yeah, an abrupt ending. But no, check us out on the socials, Instagram. You okay?
Yeah.
TikTok, link in the bio.
Link in the bio.
We love that.
Actually, we have to say Instagram, link in the bio, because we can't get it on TikTok because we're not verified,
Yeah, no,
which
so-
is bullshit.
How many followers do you need on TikTok?
1,000.
We're at 300. But we can do it. It's plausible. By the end of the year,
Yeah,
we can do that.
Yeah, okay. By the end of the year, we will have 1,000 followers.
Yeah. Just so we can have a link in the bio.
Yeah, yes.
All right. But yeah, Instagram, link in the bio. Find us in all the places. YouTube, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. No one gives a shit about that though, it seems. And then yeah, TikTok to get some like fun little clips if you're
To get the best of the best.
best of the best.
Bloopies.
Absolutely. But yeah, thanks for listening. See you next week where we're kicking it off with From Blood and Ash. Bye-bye.
Bye.